Guys, and welcome to a new series which I'm doing on FootWiz, which is called Team of the Season Predictions, which is basically I'm going to be going to the most popular leagues and predicting who's going to be in the Team of the Season with stats and all that, and I'm going to talk through all the players I chose. So for those of you who didn't know, I love football, and I'm a big Arsenal fan, and I love Arsenal. I love football, and I love FIFA. But at the moment, FIFA is kind of not very good with the price ranges. So I'm kind of going to be making one of these videos, Team of the Season prediction video, every Wednesday. And I'm going to be making another FootWiz video every Friday. You have to look out for that. So I'm going to start with the goalkeeper, and I'm just going to work my way up to the strikers and then the bench and just talk a little bit about them. So first off, we have De Gea, 91 rated. He's got really good stats, and well, the reason why is because he's basically been keeping United in the spot they've got. He's keeping them in fourth place, and Man United have had to rely on him because their defence isn't the strongest, and he's been the man to stop them, and I think he'd be a 91 rated. But look at those stats. If that card came out, that would be very expensive indeed. Next we go on to Azpilicueta, 84 rated, another Spaniard coming from Chelsea. I went with him because he's been solid. His stats, his real life statistics are really solid, and he's been the go-to man for a left back. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some call ups for Spain. And he's probably been the best left back. He's going to be one of the lowest rated in this starting 18. But yeah, he's very solid. And now we're moving on to Laurent Koscielny, the first Arsenal player. He has been brilliant. He has been a core of our defence, excluding our defensive midfielders. He has been brilliant. And if this card released, many people will buy him. Obviously, the first thing you look at is his pace. 84 pace for a BPL centre-back who's 86 rated. And those defending stats, you're not going to get past him. He's had a really good season, and I think he could be a contender for the centre-back role. And now we're moving on to John Terry. He is playing like he's 20. He has been fantastic. The only problem is that his pace would affect his price. It literally, no one would really buy him, to be honest. And, well, he has got really good defending stats. But if you put him beside somebody like Koscielny or like Paulista, who's got the pace, and that's going to be your pacey centre-back, you can have somebody a bit slower, next to him. I just want to say, not these stats are obviously not going to be on point, so do not have a go at me for this. Next up, we have another Chelsea player, Ivanovic. Well, the reason why I chose 3 Chelsea players in defence. Chelsea's defence has been solid. They've conceded hardly any goals. It's been brilliant at the back, and this guy is one to look out for. He'd probably be around 85, 86 rated. Not very good pace for a fullback, but his defending, though, that is exceptional for a right back, left back. And again, he has actually been up in the goals recently for Chelsea. He's been scoring many important goals, and they can rely on him to score for some reason. Next, we're going to the left mid spot, which is David Silva. He has been very good this year. He's just been a little Spanish magician wizard who's just been knocking the ball around. That's why he's got 96 passing. He can hit them. I think being unfair on his pace in previous games. So, and he dribbles like a god. He would be brilliant. He would be around the 90 rated because he's got quite a few informs which almost go into the 90s. And if anybody's going to push City's title hopes, it's going to be the little creative wizard, David Silva. So next we're going to move on to Santi Cazorla. Well, he's been brilliant. I think it all started just after Christmas when we played Man City and beat them 2-0. I think that was a standout game, and he has been playing amazing ever since. I think he's scored the most penalties this season or something like that. He scored like 7 out of 8 or something ridiculous like that. Well, no, 7 out of his 8 goals have been penalties or something along the lines of that. Like David Silva, he likes to pass the ball. Yeah, if you add this midfield, you can see they're passing in the 90s or high 80s. But he has been phenomenal. He's got like 2 informs, and I think it was a bit harsh for EA giving him a downgrade this year. It was a bit harsh, but you know. Yeah. Well, we're moving on to the 5th Spaniard. It is Cesc Fabregas. He has been an assist king for Diego Costa, which we'll move on later. He has been brilliant. He's also got really high passing. His pace is alright, but yeah, I think it's alright. But yeah, he's just been solid, I suppose. He's just been providing those assists, and he's not that far off breaking the record. So next we move to, personally, the second, if not the best player this season is Alexis Sanchez. He has been the best player in the league, literally. He has just been scoring goals, providing them, giving them momentum for the team. And if this guy came out, it would easily be over $1 million coins. And judging the game so far, he probably wouldn't be on the market. He would go like lightning, because if he did have 95 pace, 95 dribbling, 94 shooting, 86 passing, 77 physical, he would go for a bomb. And he is 92 rated, which is same rating as Ronaldo's, just imagine that. And now we move on to our strikers. First we go with Sergio Aguero. He has been not as good this season, but he has still been good. His bad form is still team of the season, to be honest. But, you know, his stats are very similar to Alexis Sanchez, but I think Sanchez is just edging it. Plus, Sanchez has got just one better rating. Aguero has scored some important goals, like in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, and he has been very good for City. Now we move on to the final player in the starting 11. We go with Diego Costa. He has been brilliant. He has scored so many goals, and I think he's almost top scorer. He's played fantastic. 88 pace, 92 shooting, 86 dribble, 94 physical, 73 passing. Again, he will go in a flash, and I think I would go nuts if I packed him, to be honest. But yeah, he has been on fire, and yeah, he has really pushed Chelsea towards this title they're looking for. And then now we move on to the bench where we go to Courtois. Like De Gea, he has been solid, but I personally think De Gea has been a tiny bit better. But Courtois is also a really good go-to goalkeeper, and he has been solid in his own right. And he has got some important clean sheets to push Chelsea on. And now we go with 2 Southampton centre-backs. Their defence has been probably the second best in the league, with Jose Fonte and Anderville, both 81 rated. Both similar stats, I suppose. But these would be the low rated team in the seasons, and yeah, they are being very, very solid and high. If they had high defensive, then that would be beautiful. Jose Fonte did get an upgrade. I'm not sure about Anderville, but we're going to move on to the next player, which is Francis Coquelin. By far, one of the best defensive midfielders we've had in a long time. He has been solid as a rock. He has been fantastic, and I hope we can keep hold of him in the summer, because he is going to be an exciting prospect. If you look at those stats, I know, forget the rating, he's only 76 because he did come from silver, but look at those stats. Those are easily 79, 80 rated goals stats. I mean, if he got that, which I think he could get team of the season, well, it would be brilliant, and I would look to be buying it. The game isn't messed up. So next we go on to Matic, probably the best or second best CDM alongside Coquelin this season. Apart from the incident he had with a Burnley player, I cannot quite remember, he has been outstanding. 84 defending, 90 physical, enough said. But if you look at these stats, they're all above 70 and above, which is fantastic for a CDM, having good pace, good dribbling, good shooting, good passing, and very good defensive stats. He would be a real gem in this game. Now we go on to possibly, hate to say it, possibly one of the best players and the surprise package this year, Harry Kane. He has just been, I don't know, there's no words. He has been fantastic. 88 shooting, that is almost as good as the likes of Sanchez, Aguero, Costa, you know. He's not far off, but obviously he's only young, and I'm not going to give him a 90 rated, that's not very realistic. But yeah, his stats, oh my god. Again, he would be one of those players which would just go like bang, you know, because the market's so fucked up. But yeah, his stats are really good. And now we move on to the last player, which is Sergio Berahino, I think it is. His stats are very good. He has been kind of a bit quiet going towards the end of the season, but for what he's done in the start of the season, he fired the team, and hopefully out of relegation, he's fired the team forward. And his stats are looking nice, especially with that 87 pace and 82 shooting. That would be a very nice card. Imagine having these two Englishmen up front. That would be very tight indeed. And now, yeah, so the players which I probably thought it was quite a close call when putting in this video is swapping Berahino with Olivier Giroud, because he is also fantastic. He has scored as many goals as Sanchez has in the Premier League, and wow, that's a great achievement for the lad. Well, that's going to be the end of this video, and make sure you tune in next Wednesday for another Team of the Season prediction. I'll do a different league, and tomorrow make sure you look out for a Happy Wheels, and on Friday make sure you look out for another new series of footwears which I cannot tell you anything about. And then hopefully on the weekend I will be doing another Five Nights at Freddy's theory or whatnot, and next week will probably be about the same. I'll add in a lot more videos because it'll be the holidays and I'll have time off. Woohoo! So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.